Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Girls Frontline 2 video, and today we've got the CN banner schedule. That's right, we can see every single character that has been released over on the CN side and when they were released to hopefully guide us into what we can expect for the global version of the game. Now, let me just preface this by saying that the global release is already a bit different, but I think we can still perhaps see a pattern, especially once we get the next banner announcement. But here I am with my educated guess, and let's take a look at what we can expect. Now, you can see some of them are really high definition in terms of banner. I screenshotted them, so it's not very clear, but you can see the latest two banners that were just added, including Springfield, which is the banner is going to open in about 2 days. She's also in this document, so it's really updated. I don't have the rerun banners added to this, but if that's of interest, I can try to look for that as well. We also have some links up top to help you understand what these characters do. Of course, we'll briefly go over as well, but we've got the Pride 1 tier list and database. I think that's very self-explanatory. You have seen it in my previous videos already. We've got the CN free-to-play and GVG tier list translated guide video. As you can see, we did a video on this on stream, okay, going over the top tier characters, and this is the free-to-play perspective from the CN creator. Okay, you can see at the top Kukle and Kluke and Suomi is at the very top. They also go over the GVG tier list, which is a bit different. Okay, right here, this is the GVG tier list, and let me just unpause. There we go. This is the GVG tier list, so a lot more tier zeros at the very top to get those insane scores. And they also have the team building guide going over the various elements. So yellow is of course Pikachu, which is electric, and fire, ice, poison. So they've gotten all of the team showcased here, and you can see Kluke is basically in everything. But without further ado, let's take a look at the banner schedule, what to expect, and how global has changed, and what does it mean for us. So starting us off, when the CN release of the game happened, Diane was the very first banner, okay, in terms of the rate-up character. At the game's launch, it was actually Tororo, but of course Diane was the first quote-unquote targeted banner in the first patch. Now for global, as we know already in-game, right now we have Suomi as well as Odrid, and I keep saying that this is such a good move for free-to-play players because Suomi is the SS tier character that is still SS tier all the way till now. As you can see, okay, if we go back and to the tier list, you can see Suomi is still tier 0 almost a year into the CN release of the game, which is really amazing. That means you're gonna get so much value out of her, especially if you got lucky and there's enough pulls for you to go for P1 or dupe 1 or S1 V1, whatever they call it. Essentially Suomi plus her dupe, okay, which is amazing value. Odrid, I think a lot of people will skip. She's not bad, but might be tough initially to use her. She will shine at higher dupes and also later levels, but Suomi so much stronger than everything else that we would have gotten initially, maybe besides Machato. But for free-to-play players, this is such good news. Now, this, after we understand that the global banner, launch banner is a bit different, and let's go over the reason why. So there were some issues with the story of Diane's event. Okay, there was a lot of negative feedback, and essentially her story is being rewritten. I think this is basically the reason why her story is essentially not ready and not fully translated, and that's why we are skipping. The question comes next as to whether or not her story will be done by the time our patch is finished for the current Suomi and the Odrid banner. Because what may end up happening is we go off into Dochinaya, I'm butchering the name, and Zhao Hui. Okay, that is a potential because we're just moving down, and then maybe after we can go back. But what's different is if you take a look at the date, right? We're having dual banners per patch, because here over on CN, the 5th of June to the 25th of June is one patch, and then after that the banner will be the 25th of June into the 16th of July. So this came after, but we have both opened right now in game. And if we open up to game client, you can see here that it's gonna last for 18 days. Okay, 18 days. And then if we take a look, yeah, this is also 18 days. So they're gonna expire at the same time, and they are going to last for, I would say, about 20. The game has been out for what, 2-3 days? So this is about 3 weeks per banner. Okay, 3 weeks per banner, which is somewhat in line with this, right? 21 technically, yeah, 21. So if we take a look at this, that means we are potentially looking to catch up to CN at this rate, right? Because for them, it's 3 weeks per banner, 3 weeks per banner. Sometimes you get a month per banner, right? This is a month, entirely a month. And this is longer than a month. So you can see, if we are going off of the banner schedule we are going off of right now, 3 weeks, and it's dual banner, we're actually going to catch up. And if we're going that route, you really have to pick your polls carefully. Now, what we can probably expect is that banners will be running alongside each other, so 2 banners at the same time. So if we take out Diane, I actually think they will take out Diane. And instead, we will go these 2 together, and these 2 together, and then these 2 together, and then these 2 together, these 2 together, and then these 2 together, right? So you can see it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And I don't know when Diane is going to come, but you know what, from a tier list point of view, she's going to be tier 2, kind of outdated. So what are the tier 1s or the tier 0s that we need to absolutely be on the lookout for then? So looking at this, if these 2 are paired together, Vector and the, oh sorry, this is not Vector, this is the maid, Centaularsu and Lena, only I believe they're not even on the tier list. So this will be a safe patch, right? And then Zhang Yu and Macchiato, only Macchiato is on the tier 1 tier list. So you essentially, as long as they don't pair up a insane SS tier or tier 1 with another tier 1, you are good to go. I think the only dangerous one is these 3 banners. These 4 actually. I don't know how strong Springfield is, but these are all tier 1, right? And then Vector is going to be tier 1. And Belka is going to be another tier 1, and then Androssi is tier 1. So that's going to be really rough, having these banners together. But if you are looking at the subsequent banners, and if we do get dual banners on a 3-week basis, that means we're definitely having these paired up. And we really have to plan really carefully, because you are going to have a shortage of resources, and you need to secure Clue K, right? If you secure Clue K, then you can only pick probably one of the support and potentially pick up Belka, and you're going to be super tight on resources. So this is why rerolling is kind of important in the beginning, because look at the resources you have. If you reroll in the beginning, got Suomi really early, you probably have almost a pity saved up. It's just that straightforward, right? And the rest you can throw in a standard banner to get QJ, and if you get Tororo, that's fine. If you don't get Kororo, QJ plus Suomi, it's gonna last you for a very, very long time. And then all you have to do is save up and pick up the tier 1 units only, and you can definitely do that as a completely free to play player. Because if these pair up, again, like I said, this is a skip. Here, just pick up Macchiato. And then if these 2 are going to pair up, you can just pick up Dush. And then here, of course, you pick up Kukle. You could pick up one of the 2 if you're going to go with the support of Mechti and the Vector. And then here, now you're going to be a bit low on resources. But then we'll be approaching the half anniversary. And if you're still playing by then, I hope the devs have some amazing freebies to give out for us. So yeah, I think with the dual banner schedule on a 3-week schedule, if we are really truly aiming to catch up to CN, then we cannot afford to pull for any non-tier 1 characters, because there's so many high tier units. Even if you take a look at the Guild War one, right, you basically can only go for tier 1 and above. Of course, the only exception to this is if you are a waifu lover, then who cares? Let your other head do the thinking and just pick up whatever you want. Pick up whatever you want and you are good to go. So hopefully we get to see what their plans are, if we're going to be on a dual banner schedule and going for a 3-week dual banner schedule. If so, that it's going to be it's actually going to be very, very tight. I could see them going for a single banner 3-week schedule with a rerun running aside it later on after we're caught up. But essentially, Kluke is your must-have, and then one of the supports you want to pick up, and the rest it's see how lucky you are. Anyhow, that is the CM banner schedule. I'll have them here. My prediction is that after Suomi and Ultra, we head straight into either these 2 dual banners, which we have a downtime for, or we actually go for Zhaohui and Dush, so that people won't pull for this support and is heading straight into Kukle and Meshti. It makes more financial sense to go that way. It actually makes more financial sense if they want a lot of money. But if they are kind to us, then we'll go straight back to here. So that is my breakdown and my thoughts on the direction of the banner based on the CN schedule. Let me know your thoughts, who you're going to be saving for, and yeah, it's TimaeuSS here. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye now.